Welcome to the shortwave radio channel. And one of the questions I got asked a few times, and it did cross my mind also personally, is the similarity between the Tecsun PL-368 and the Tecsun PL-330. And some of you have been asking, well, do you think it could be the same receiver? But in a different form factor. My personal observations with the use, so there's a lot of similarities, including that frequency display and everything. It's obvious that they share a lot of similar options, and for that reason, we might think that they share the same circuitry. I would say that it's possibly a variation of it, but I don't think they share the same exact circuitry. One thing for sure is that the firmware versions are different. And I don't mean different by a small margin. The latest 330 firmware is the 3305. This one isn't at like 3306 or anything. It's like 38 something. I'll have to check it out, but it's far off. It's like a really different firmware, and I think it actually is a different radio in some aspects of what it is. From pictures I've seen, the circuit board here fits pretty much the radio, so it wouldn't fit here. It has to be redesigned. So I think the similarities are mostly cosmetic, and in the way that it works, not cosmetic, and the form factor is obviously very different. But like the precision of the frequency, things like that. Of course, the ETM plus scan is the same. They use the same battery input. Things like that make it similar, but at the same time, I have a feel that they are different. And that is obvious when you start tuning around a little more on it. So I don't think they are disguised, in different form factor, but the same radio. That's not my feel on this. But they are very similar, and when you start using them and tuning and the precision of 10 hertz frequency, ETM plus, like I said, that is obvious. And I think they are similar in their way of being used, but probably a little different inside. But in terms of sensitivity, in terms of how these radios perform, these radios are great. It's obvious that these receivers are pretty good at what they do. Of course, there's the different options, easy tuning mode, things like that are really good. I'm going to try to just get off. Here we go. So there's obviously the sync detection that I haven't tested yet. So here is just to test out Radio Exterior España 9690 on the PL-368.
Hay veces que cuando traspasas un modelo construido para el inglés al español, hay veces que no termina como de cuadrar. Y esto es un poco a veces carencia, porque pues es una pena que se construya en inglés y el español siempre va un poco por detrás. Y yo creo que hay más hablantes de español en el mundo que inglés. Y es algo que es una carencia que vamos arrastrando del mundo tecnológico.
Now let's check it out with the 330. Much richer sound. It's obvious that if you want to have good sound, the 330 actually, look at the size of that speaker compared to this thing. It's obvious that it's better.
Sí que se está moviendo muchísimo y se está trabajando mucho en el español. Por ejemplo, en la parte de asistentes conversacionales hay partes de las conversaciones que siempre son iguales, ¿no? Pues, por ejemplo, los saludos, las despedidas, los halagos, los insultos, siempre es como un cajón que puede ser más grande o más pequeño, pero es finito, ¿no? Siempre...
One thing that I like of the 330 is it's, we can leave the display on all the time. That's really cool. Fortunately, it's something that doesn't seem to be on the Tecsun PL-368. So, of course, muting while it tunes, but this is the same here. This also it mutes when it tunes. That's for sure. So it's not they're not different in that way. So they share similarities and the way that they are tuning and everything, but they feel different, and it's not just the form factor, like I said. They do feel different in the way they are. This is 9395. Let's go down to 6,000 kilohertz to see what's there.
It doesn't bother me.
5950.
In some ways, it doesn't affect me.
Let's try 5950 here. So 5950 on the Tecsun PL-368. Same signal, but on the...
Remember what I just read to you earlier? That right now...
richer sound, richer audio, that's obvious.
At the beginning of this pandemic, 30% more people believe favorably the pharmaceutical industry. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. We just pointed out lies, cover-ups, and numbers, and people are falling in love with them.
So, lots of interesting little changes that make you wonder how similar and how different. Of course, they do use the silicon integrated chip. That's obvious. It's interesting that they all have soft mute. A lot of you seem to say that the soft mute is selectable in the chip. And so why do they keep the soft mute if it's possible to, put the chip, to have the chip, have pretty much no soft mute. Sun is setting here, but let's just, out of curiosity, have a couple of medium wave checks at the same time as we're doing this right now. So we're gonna go to medium wave here. So yeah, still early for medium wave. 1130 Bloomberg. Let's check that out. Yeah, still early. 1010. Yeah, it's too early for the medium wave. Let's try Ottawa 580. Yeah, 620 Burlington. Yeah, that's way too early for that. So really, we're gonna stay with shortwave for now. It's the sun is barely setting now, so the stations have not yet started to propagate via skywave. If we look at, let's check out tuning around 40 meters. See if we let's check that 40 meters tuning. Let's make sure that the step is in kilohertz. There we go. Check it out here. We'll be better off like that because technically this is how shortwave should be on this one, as the antenna connector. See if we can here. Okay.
We got you down.
There's one. Let's put on this one.
Julie Victor Golf. And you're on the list, so check in. That's pretty noisy. You get a lot of jump. Check in. That's all.
And on this one. So, you know, they perform well. They perform both well, but there's an obvious advantage of that big speaker here. Richer sound, that's for sure. So what do you guys think? If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.